Welcome back, everybody, to Bachelor Happy Hour's Golden Hour. Thanks again for joining us, and we are so excited to be back. Kathy, how about it? We got to share so much with them.
So we just got back from our cruise. We're not only going to answer fan questions today, but we're going to tell you some of the great things we did on our cruise. But in the meantime, make sure you're submitting all of your questions to us and your comments. We love reading them. All you got to do is go to bachelornation.com/golden hour and send us everything you got.
Yes, send us everything. Your questions, your updates, all of it. And questions for us about our journeys that we've been on recently. Boy, do we have a lot to tell. You know what to do. You can also DM us on Instagram at Bachelor Happy Hour.
Okay, Susan. I don't even know where to begin on the cruise. We got to talk. We have to talk about our Holland husbands. These two guys are gay. They've been together 14 years.
Yes.
They are Dutch. They speak impeccable English. We sat next to them at dinner one night and we got chatting. And we just hung out with them for the rest of the cruise. We went off the ship with them. We ate meals with them. We had cocktails with them. We took photos with them. We had such a blast. They are the best guys. And in fact, Susan and I have another trip coming up next spring. Where are we going, Susan?
We're going to Holland.
Yep. We're going to stay in their house.
Yeah, they have actually a guest house on their property, and they live right on the river, and they want us to come when it's warm because they have a boat.
Yep.
I mean, these guys were like our best friends.
Yeah.
We met them night one, like you said, at dinner, and we were inseparable ever since. They were great
They
people.
made the cruise for me. One other thing made
thanks,
the cruise
Kath.
for me.
I didn't do anything for you, really?
Well, no.
That I took you to the mosques and you had to wear a potato sack. Yet to come, people. Yet to come.
We go to Istanbul. Our first stop, we started in Athens. Susan was sleeping. And so Kathy got up and went to the Acropolis, found my way to the Acropolis. They were sold out of tickets. Where there's a will, there's a way. I got a ticket. I went, walked the Acropolis, did the whole thing. Anyway, we have so much more to tell, but right now we got to get into our question of the day.
We do. All
right, you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Oh, I want to talk more about the trip, but we'll do it another time. Our fans, you wait. We have so many stories for you. Okay, here's the question of the day. Susan, when was a time you realized you were wrong in an argument with your significant other, and how did you handle it?
I hate it when I'm wrong, first of all.
Are you ever wrong?
Yes, I am. You know what, Kathy? I know, like, boom. I go, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Forgive me. Like, I immediately apologize.
Not to me.
Don't try to hide it.
Oh, it's significant other. Not me. Not me. She says, I'm never wrong. You know what? I got to be honest here. I think when my husband was alive, what is it? I'd rather be right than happy or something. There's an expression. Yeah, there's an expression. Do you want to be right or happy? I think I focused a lot on wanting to be right. But now I've learned that when I'm wrong, I am so quick to say, I am so sorry. I can't, I apologize quickly.
Back when you were happily married, way back, when you were wrong, you wouldn't admit it? You just learned that now?
I'm telling you, I was rarely wrong in my brain.
You heard it from her mouth herself. Okay.
No, I'm saying that's what I'm telling you. In my brain, I was right. And so now I would rather be happy than right. And so, you know what? You're wearing a beautiful pink shirt today. If I say it's a blue shirt, you say it's an orange shirt, whatever color you want makes me happy. I just don't care.
One thing that comes to mind, I remember griping to my ex-husband, Dickie, like when they play golf, what takes you so long if you were done? Until I started playing. When I started playing the game, I'll never forget calling him up and said, Dickie, I owe you an apology. He said, for what? I said, I get it. You're done the 18th hole. It's long before you get home, and I understood why. Yeah. And I apologized for all those times.
Oh, I wish.
Although I was home with 3 kids while he had a day off,
Right.
I'm just saying.
I wish I'd only been wrong about golf games. I just think that, I think little things, it's easy sometimes to say, I'm
My
wrong.
bad. My bad.
Yeah, my bad. But
Yeah.
I think on some of those bigger things, I indignant, it was like, I wanted to be right. I think, again, Susan, how often do you and I talk about you have to get to a certain age where, you know what?
It's okay to
In
be
your head,
wrong,
be
yeah.
right in your head and just give the apology and move on with life.
As well as sometimes when you're accused of something that you did not do or did not say or
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. And I am a stickler. Like I will fight to the
Yeah.
end when I know I am correct.
I don't anymore. I used to.
Yeah, well, now it's not worth it. 'Cause of
That's what I'm saying
the
to you.
age,
Now
yeah.
at my age, I'd rather be happy than right. And so sometimes I know I'm right and I let it go. Sometimes, I'm wrong and when I'm wrong now, I'm jumped to say I'm sorry. So
Yeah.
I think, again, it's one of these things with age comes maturity. It comes discerning whether something is worth going to the mat and fighting about.
Absolutely. How about you guys out there? Anybody else still feel like we do at this point? Like it's okay to be wrong and you just accept it and apologize, whatever the case may be? Or do you guys still
Yeah,
insist
really.
you're
Do your
right?
kids admit when they're wrong?
No, definitely not. They're not there yet.
Yeah, mine are. I figure you and I are going to be 6 feet under the ground, being manure for somebody's plants by the time
No
our kids
kidding.
are ready to
No
admit they're
kidding.
wrong.
Oh, God.
Oh, whatever.
All right, we're going to start our fan questions, my
All right.
favorite part. Okay, I'll start
Wait a
us off
minute.
with
Wait,
the first.
excuse me.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I thought your favorite part was playing games.
Oh, geez, she loves that. As long as it's not the one game. Although the last few episodes, we did play some cool games.
Moral quandary. I'm telling you, we're bringing
No,
that
no,
back,
no,
Susan.
No. All right, this is from Laura. Hi, Kathy and Susan. My husband is very nonchalant and doesn't have many opinions about things.
Where
I
was he
think
when
in-
I was looking?
I think in general, that's probably good, but it's hard for me when we are discussing future plans and goals. He says he just wants to do whatever makes me happy and that he'll be happy with that. And she's wondering, okay, am I just lucky in that way? Because sometimes I feel like with important decisions like where we live or what jobs we have or whether we have kids, etc., are things that someone should be opinionated about. So it makes it hard for me because I feel like I have to be the end all decision maker in the relationship, which causes me a lot of stress. Oh, God.
Susan sitting
And
there
I
saying,
was-
where do I sign up?
I was wondering what your thoughts are. Am I just lucky and should just take it on the chin? Or do you think it's something I should be concerned about? Thanks for your help. Well, first and foremost, I do think I would need an opinion about having children. You want to know if the man is interested in having a family. I don't care. I don't care. I mean,
I think that's a good point. It's funny in my marriage. Daryl and I used to joke that I made the big decisions in life, like what we were going to have for dinner
And
or
where
what
we're going on
restaurant we were.
vacation.
Yeah, I made those big decisions. He made the little decisions, like where we were going to live, what city, what jobs, where we were going to invest our money. Like, I think in some ways, people have evolved. There used to be a division of labor where women did the housework and the kids and the husband. I think that's a time gone by. I think
No.
people. You don't think it's time gone
no,
by?
I think women have jobs as well, and they
That's what I'm
still take
saying.
care
It's
of
a
the
ti-
house.
Oh, people I know who are young, they really divide it equally.
Yeah, a lot of them do now. They do.
But I'm with you, Susan. I would be concerned. I mean, on the one hand, geez, a guy just wants to make me happy. Let me sign up. Does he have an older brother or
That's
father?
all I needed to
Laura, send me
read.
his name.
He just wants to make me happy. Whatever makes me happy. You're looking at a gift horse there. Shut your mouth.
But think about it. But I mean, on the one hand, yes, it seems that way. But let's look at it another way.
Maybe
If
she thinks he doesn't really care, that kind
that
of,
I'm saying, maybe,
yeah, yeah.
whether they're in bed whenever you want, where do you want to live? Where do you want to go to dinner? I don't care what you wear. I don't care. What do you want to name the kids? I don't care. If the first thing out of his mouth is, I don't
I
care,
don't care.
that doesn't bode well, I don't think, for an integrated marriage where
No,
we have
no.
equal parts. But damn, I'd like to
get it.
try it for a year or two.
It's really, but look again, Laura, and think about it.
Yeah, let us
He
know, Laura.
just wants to make you happy. And if maybe she's not a type A, Kathy. Maybe she's not like us
Yeah.
because we could control the world. We could
We
control
could.
our lives and our partners.
Well, wait a minute. She has to be a type A. He's the one that's not the type A if she's making all the decisions.
But she's saying, I feel like it's an end-all decision maker in the relationship, which causes her stress.
Hey, Laura, I've got the answer for you. Call Susan and me. List your questions, list your concerns. We'll tell you. Susan will tell you how to decorate your house, what to buy. I'll tell you, where to
What to
travel.
cook.
Yeah. Oh, I will not tell her what to cook. I'll tell you where to make a reservation. I
really,
think, though, I can see it.
I think you should just chill and let him be. If you're not concerned that he cares, he's really doing it because he loves you and he wants you happy, then roll with it.
However, I think she definitely should talk about
The
kids.
kids part.
Yeah, force that one, Laura. You don't want to end up with 3 kids and he wakes up one day and says, you know what, Laura, I never wanted any kids. You wanted them. So, have that conversation.
Usually you already have jobs. You don't say what kind of job we're going to have and where we're going to live. You're going to live where you work. I mean,
No, but like with my
within
husband's
reason.
case, he had. He was an
Relocating.
investment banker, and so he had opportunities to move to
Yeah,
other
that-
cities and work in other places. And I never, I figured he was one in that career, so I didn't really,
would
I
you
could
be
live
okay
anywhere.
if he came to you and just said, Kathy, I'm going to take this job here and we're moving?
Let me tell you, Susan, funny you ask. My husband was old enough that he was at the tail end of the Vietnam War. So he was an officer in the Navy, United States Navy. I loved it. I wanted him to stay in the Navy. I loved meeting people. I loved moving all the time. I loved traveling. That's where I got the travel bug.
Right.
So yeah, I would have been. Every time he said we were going to move, I remember when he finished graduate school and we moved to Houston for his first job out of business school. We were going to stay there 5 years. 22 years later, I was like, when are we leaving? When are we leaving? And then we moved to Austin, and now I've been here, 23 years. I'm so
Texas.
ready to go live. You know where I'm going? I'm going to live with the Holland husbands in Holland.
I'm telling you, they have a nice life.
All right, well,
They were
let
the
us know,
best
Laura.
girlfriends we had.
Oh,
I'm
my
telling
God.
you, they
Yes,
were the best.
They are the best. All right.
Okay.
Okay, the next one is from Anonymous. Okay, here we go. I watch my daughter's 2 little ones 4 days a week, full time at my daughter's house. I arrive in the morning very early and immediately I get angry. The house is a disaster. There are dishes in the sink, clothes all over, overflowing garbage cans, etc. I can't stand it.
She's me.
I wish y'all could see Susan's face. Her
She's
eyes
me.
are bugging out of
I
her
feel for
face.
you, honey.
Because Susan lives like a neatnik. Anonymous, you do not want to be anywhere near Susan. Okay. So everything's overflowing garbage. I can't stand it, says Anonymous. I start cleaning up right away, but I am resentful that I have to stay in that environment all day. It would be hard to take them to my house as my one grandchild has to go to school nearby and be picked up, plus all their inside and outside toys are there. My daughter and I end up fighting every time. She has a very busy life, as does her husband. They both work long hours, and I get there is limited time to clean. But when the weekends come, they go out all weekend and do nothing. Do I just stay quiet and suck it up? It's the only thing we fight about. Susan, I got to jump in here. This is the easiest thing to answer. Anonymous, you have 2 choices. One is keep doing what you've been doing. You're going to keep getting what you've been getting. The other option is to say, lovely daughter who I adore, I can't do this. It causes me stress. I love my grandchildren, but you either have to hire a housekeeper or something because I can't come here anymore. So I'm giving you a month's notice that you either have to find other childcare or get someone here to clean this house. Because while you're working all day in a sterile, clean environment, I'm here trying to clean up the mess that is your house. And if you don't think I would say it, Susan, you know I would.
No, I know you would. I don't doubt it for a second. And I'm a little bit feeling the same way. I would definitely hire somebody. When I read that she watches them 4 days a week, it occurs to me that maybe because of finances, they can't hire a professional. They want mom to do it. And if that's the case, maybe they can't
really, because when the weekends
housekeeper
come, they're out all weekend.
at spending time with their family. You know what I mean? Maybe that's why. I get what she's, trust me, you know me, Kathy. I was having issues from the first sentence. I
Really?
get it.
I'm saying
But-
if they're out partying all weekend, stay
That's-
home one night and hire a housekeeper.
I know, but we can't tell them what to do.
Then
It's
that's what I
their
just
life.
said. She has two
Yes.
choices. One, you give them a month to get their act together, get the house clean, and say it's got to be kept clean, or you tell them to hire someone. The third choice is not a choice. You keep living in that mess. I wouldn't do it. You
So-
wouldn't either.
For me, she says all their toys inside and out are there, and the child goes to school. When the child's at school, that's when you're cleaning up. I think that's part of it. I would do the same exact thing. Or get some toys for your home inside and out. How far does she live from them to go pick them up? Or have your children, your daughter, drop her kids off to you in the morning? I mean,
Yeah.
and that could be the reason when she explains, I can't live like that. I can't stay in your house. It's a total disaster.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you how to live, but I don't approve, and it makes me crazy.
Well, I agree with all that, but when here, I don't know, maybe I had too much vacation in Greece, but I feel like this is not your daughter's problem. This is your problem, Anonymous.
It
Don't
is.
make her problems your problems. If the house
And she
is
says they fight every time. You're fighting over the same thing. It's not going to change.
That's what I said. If you keep doing what you've been doing, you keep getting what you've been getting.
Isn't
So
that the
tell her no.
definition of insanity? They
That's
say
right.
if you keep doing the same thing over and over
You're gonna
again
get the
and
same result.
expect a different result.
Okay, so I know, Anonymous, when you hear this, you're going to say, easy for you guys to say. Oh, I can assure you, both Susan and I have said no to our children on babysitting. And I got to be honest with you, I love my grandchildren, Anonymous. I wouldn't do it 4 days a week.
No.
That tells me you need to get yourself a life. And I realize that's maybe unfair, but you can't complain
true.
about something you're choosing to do. You can't be resentful if you're choosing. Is that right? Do you agree?
Yes.
If you're
yes.
choosing to do it, you can't be resentful. Make a different choice, Anonymous.
And have a sit down with your daughter. Don't fight with her every week because it'll strain the relationship. It really
But when you
will.
say have a sit down, what's the sit down?
Say, honey, I can't live like this. I can't come here and clean your house. I bet you the daughter turns and says, I'm not expecting you to clean it. I'm not expecting you
the
to
point
tidy
is she's
it up.
not comfortable being in it.
Yes, it's her compared to
That's
the
why
daughter's
it's
style.
Anonymous's problem. Anonymous, you
it's
need
you.
to say, I love you, but I can't do this anymore. I'll have the kids one day at my house, or you need to hire a housekeeper. Something has to change, Anonymous. I guess is Susan's and my point here. Would you agree?
Yes, I do. Good luck, though. It's a touchy
And-
one. I
And
would
if
hate to
nothing
say
else
that.
works, I'll give you Susan's phone number. She cleans like no other. That place will be
I'm a
spick and
cleaner.
span in about, give her 2 hours. You
Did I
could eat
ever
off
tell
the
you
floors.
the story? I went over to my son's house and his wife and the baby, and I thought I'd be helpful. The piles of laundry up in their room. It was like I started at 7:30 in the morning. I must have did 9 loads of laundry, folded, ready to be put away. They
Wait,
came home.
wait, back up. Where was the laundry? Dirty or clean?
No, it looked like piles of dirty laundry.
Okay.
In their bedroom.
Yeah.
And Stella and I were upstairs and we got her mommy's blow dryer when I gave her a bath, blah, 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 blah. Anyhow, I go, let me help them because they both work full time. It's long hours.
Right.
I do all this laundry. They come home and she was like, oh my God, I can't believe you did all that for me. Oh my God, I really, and the baby was young. It was the first time mommy, I
Yeah.
get it. And Christopher says, Mom, those 3 piles right there, they're clean. I go, "I'll
Susan,
kill
I
'em.
knew.
I'll kill 'em."
Susan, I knew where you were going. When Kyle, who as if you all forgot, Susan officiated his wedding a year and a half ago. So Susan knows Kyle. Kyle, before he was married, he lived in an apartment and he was moving. And my sister from Canada, Susan, my sister is also Susan. Susan came to visit and we went over to Kyle's apartment to drop off some boxes because he was moving. And we walked in. I swear to God, I said, was there a robber in here? Like everything clothes on the kitchen table, under the kitchen table. My sister was like, holy God, does he live here? I said, I'm not sure. He may have been robbed. So I call him up, and sure enough, that's how he lived. And I said, Kyle, there are clothes in the laundry basket on the table, under the table. He goes, Mom, it's easy. I said, what's easy? He goes, the clothes, you're going to die. You should give Kyle a hard time about this. The clothes on the kitchen table, you understand, Kyle, you couldn't see the table, are all clean. The ones under the table are dirty. So when I wear them, I just throw them under the table. I swear to God. Now, he is married now. His house, it looks like your house is. His wife has got his act together. But is that hysterical?
I could never.
Oh, I either could.
And my boys, when they were growing up, I would teach my children. I'd do the laundry for them, of course.
Yeah.
And I'd say, all you have to do is put it away.
And
Mom,
they didn't.
It's so easy. I could just grab it out of the basket. No.
That's a thing. Do you know there are people that don't mind doing laundry and folding, but they don't want to put it away? I'm like, that's the easiest part. It's the sorting, the laundry, putting in the bleach, putting
in the... If you ask me for something, I could tell you exactly. Go to the third drawer on the right side.
I can attest to this. I literally will say to Susan when I'm at her house, hey, can I borrow a pair of running shorts to go out and walk? Yes, go in the guest room, go into the third drawer on the right. Behind the black box are 3 pairs. I swear to God, she's not lying. It's
Same
frightening.
with the eyeliner. Somebody needs top drawer center, not on the other side. Third row back.
The third row back, because the first 2 rows are black and then brown. The third row back is the name.
Lipsticks.
Okay. All right.
Anyhow, oh my God, that was fun.
Those are good. Good. Hey, Anonymous, good luck with your daughter.
Yeah, you got to be real. If it's really stressful, then some people can turn the other cheek. I admire people like this, Kathy. Yeah. Some people can roll and not let it bother. It's not their problem. They just do what they do. I can't do that. I wasn't built that way.
I have one more quick story before we move on to our last Golden Spotlight segment. When we were on the cruise, I swear to God, people, I'm not joking. You walked into Susan's room. I was like, is anyone staying in this room?
Every day she said it. Every day.
You'd walk into a room. There was nothing in sight. It was like, Susan, are you sleeping here? Like everything is packed in neat, tidy bags, in drawers. It was put away. It was put it away. That's Susan's. You know what? On your tombstone, Susan, I'm going to tell your children, Susan Knowles, she always put it away.
Always put it away. Everything has a home.
Oh, that's right. Everything has a home. All right, let's move on here.
Okay, now we're going to be doing a Golden Spotlight where we discuss something that is impacting the Golden community. Today's Golden Spotlight is all about life in an empty nest. What is the transition like? Going from having kids in the house and being a full-time parent to when your children have their own lives and families. What are the pros and cons, and how did you get through that transition?
Oh, my God.
Well, most people have tears, and it's really hard. I did cry when the first day, you know what I mean? But I was like, yes, everything's going to be neat like I leave it. When I come home, it's exactly like I left it. You do miss them, but when they come back and stay for a couple of days, I go insane because as much as I want to spend time with them, it's stuff all over the place. So some people really, really have a hard time. And I personally think that they devoted their lives totally 100%, as we all do, to our children. But I kept my own life.
Do you see my hand up in the air?
Yes. I kept things for me as well. And they didn't. They lost friends or hobbies or whatever. Yeah. Everything was about their children.
So I'm in the middle there. I had hobbies and friends, but I worked on and off, but I raised my kids. And this is a very true story. We were living in Austin by the time Caitlin went to college, and we had bought a big family house, and upstairs, everyone, there were 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and a playroom. And then our bedroom and the rest of the living was downstairs. And we had a pool. And I remember when we bought this house, I said to Daryl, to my husband, this is going to be our family home. This is where everybody's going to come back and bring their grandchildren. This is going to be like the family gathering place. When Caitlin went off to college, I remember Daryl came home from work every night. I was sitting crying. He's like, "What's wrong?" I said, "It's so lonely upstairs. They're all gone." I mean, I couldn't stand it. I would go from room to room crying because they were gone, and I missed them so much. Can I tell you, we sold that house, I don't know, about 3 months later. He goes, "I can't take it anymore." Because I realized they weren't going to come back. My oldest son was living in Michigan and then moved to Germany.
But your daughter only went to college. She was coming back.
No, Caitlin, when Caitlin graduated from high school, she went to college in California. Then she lived overseas for a while. Then she lived in San Francisco. Then she lived in New York. And I've told you this, when she called, then she went to grad school in Boston. And when she ever called us and said she was moving back to Austin, I almost fell over. Kyle came home. He came home after college. Douglas has never lived back in Austin. He hates the heat. And Caitlin took her like 15 years to come back. So for me, the transition, I will be very honest, was very difficult. I cried at the end of the summer when my kids went to school. My friends used to call me Captain Kangaroo. For those of you who are old enough to know who Captain Kangaroo is, I loved being with my kids and taking them to the park and museums and reading to them. I loved it. So,
you took it hard.
For me, being an empty nester originally was very difficult. Now, fast forward, because my youngest child is 38. I freaking love it. I love it.
Was it when you moved that it got better?
Yeah. Oh, and in fact, I live in the same home now that Daryl and I moved to when we sold that big house, and I love it.
So the kids never live there; they come and stay. Periodically.
They come and stay. Yeah. One of the rooms upstairs, I used to call it Caitlin's room because she did live in it for a while after college, before she moved to Dallas and then then back to San Francisco. But yeah, no, I just think it's like anything else in life. Transitions are just that. They're transitions, and it takes time to adapt, to create new arteries, if you will, for your life, new interests, because now you have the time, to put yourself first. And that is the biggest pro, I think.
And redecorate the room and take over the closet.
In Susan's, I mean, you get to do things for you and your spouse or your partner or your girlfriend or whoever it is, or yourself. You get to do some things you haven't had time to. And then when grandchildren come along, that's a whole nother fabulous added layer.
Don't you agree, Kathy, when the kids get their place, you're over there a lot and you're helping them decorate and you're helping them get new things for the bathroom and all that stuff. It's kind of exciting because they're starting a life.
It's so funny you said that. When I had the big house, I loved decorating it. I really did, buying things for it. Now my daughter comes over and says, "Mom, I really like that mirror. Take it. It's your furnishings and things to my kids," because they like it. They're in a building mode. You and I are in a, do we really need this anymore mode?
I know. I'm
right?
Throw it out mode.
That's how it is for me anyway.
Who wants this mode? Yes.
Yeah. So I think that's the pros. You get to do things for yourself and your spouse or your partner. Yeah. You get to create new interests, travel, do all the things you kind of put off. The cons are it's a new stage of life, and you have to say goodbye, to that stage of raising kids. And so for some people, that's harder than it is for others.
It is. But it's all part of life.
It's all part of life. Yeah. And now, I wouldn't want to go back. Would you?
No. That's why young people have babies.
And that's why we have grandchildren, so we can spoil them and send them home.
Absolutely. I had a huge party here yesterday, and Stella, oh gosh, the things she says out of her mouth. God, she's so funny.
But they're fun. But
she's
it might
4,
not be,
and we're jumping in the pool, and she's just having the time of her life. And when it was all over, there was a huge mess. We cooked on the grill. I don't care. You don't have to help me clean up. It's all good.
And I guarantee you, folks, if Susan's in Philly and I'm in Austin, but I will bet you the bottom dollar in my bank account that if I went to Susan's house right now, you would never know that her family was there yesterday.
You could have came last night and you would have never known. I don't go to bed with it. I was scrubbing the deck. And
oh, God. All right. Well, this has been so much fun. God. We want to thank you all for listening today. We're going to be back again talking more about our cruise, talking more about Susan has a special visitor at her home. We might want to talk about that.
I have company. Make sure you keep following us and follow from Bachelor Happy Hour as we have new episodes coming out every week. And you don't want to miss, the things that we've experienced just in the last few weeks.
we want you to submit all your questions and comments to us. We want to know if you have friends and Holland husbands to travel with, because we fully agree it is the best. Anyway, all you have to do to reach out to us is go to bachelornation.com/golden hour or DM us on Instagram at Bachelor Happy Hour. We really do want to hear from you.
Absolutely. Listen to our Bachelor Happy Hours Golden Hour on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you listen to your podcast. Until next time.
Have a great week.
Saks off 5th, up to 70% off every day. Summer is officially here. Time to dress like it.
Listen to your podcast. Until next time.
Have a great week.